And we've got all the right in the world on our side. And there ain't no reason to be afraid. And there ain't no reason to not take the challenge dead on. Because I'm going to tell you who we come from, folks. We don't come from some weak, jellyback, spineless people. That's not who we come from. None of us. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what nation your folks hail from, how much money you got. We all share the same name. We are Americans. And at Bunker Hill, there was Americans. And at Fredericksburg and Gettysburg, there was Americans. And at Iwo Jima, raising that flag on Suribachi, it was Americans. And at Pork Chop Hill, there was Americans. Quezon, there was Americans. And on 9/11, there was Americans who ran towards those burning buildings. That is who you share your heritage with. You do not share your heritage with a weak and ineffective people who cower at the sight of trouble. You share your heritage with a strong and brave people who are determined to hold on to their freedom and for the freedom of future generations. Guys, it's time for us to stand up and be that generation. It's time for us to stand strong and proud and remember who we are. That we are Americans. And as long as we stand as the vanguard of freedom in this nation, freedom will survive you. Not only survive, it will thrive. So guys, it's time to put on our packs. It's time to fix those bayonets. It's time to get ready. We got a fight on our hands. And our fight is not for us, for all those generations that's going to come behind us. Let's save America, folks.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Hey, folks, welcome to the program. No, my voice is not 100% back, but I'll keep on talking to you in my late night radio voice until it comes back. By the way, we're going to talk about women. Yeah, we're going to talk about liberal white women. And this is going to be part one. You like the color code to this? We'll get our pink on. Not our code pink. Well, maybe our code pink on. We'll take a look at it. But we're going to talk about liberal white women. It's something I think we need to take a look at. I'm curious as to what's going on. Frankly, I don't understand it. Women are the heart and soul of everything, but are actually destroying our future. Liberal white women, thinking they're doing good, are going against the rule of law and literally destroying our future. I want to take a look at it. By the way, speaking of our future, today's program is brought to you by the fine folks at Goldco. It's a simple process. You know, precious metals are going through the roof. So here's what I'm asking you to do, to go over to the website I do with my partners at Goldco, jovanlovesgold.com. I just want you to request your free gold and silver kit today, because now is the time to protect your money with gold and silver. And in uncertain times like these are, you see that gold and silver just roar through the roof, and look at what's going on. It's an indicator, folks. It's an indicator of just how bad it is. And imagine if you have to get into your 401k, your retirement savings account, or otherwise, trying to get some money out of money you put away for decades for you, for yourself, and then they tell you can't have it, or they're going to take 50% of it as a penalty. We have some problems, folks. We have some serious problems. Please go to jovanlovesgold.com, request your free gold and silver kit today, because now's the time to protect your money with gold and silver. I just begging you to try it out. Plus, it's that time of the year. More and more is happening with our food supply. I cannot tell you how critical it is. You've got to figure out how to walk away. You're going to see more of my content working for you to help you understand you've got to walk away. You've got to get as far out of this system as you can. You have to get as much independence and sovereign nature as you can. One of it is your food security. This is a significant book. The reason it's called a Bible, because it's massive. A lot of bad guys copied it, so look for my name. Make sure you get the right one. It's an all-encompassing one-time book of how to plan, P-L-A-N, and plant a garden that will feed you for decades. I cover this also with fruits. I've got the fruits, which is giant fruits in small spaces. Gardening, if you don't want to dig, no weed. I try to cover it all. I'm trying to prep you. But you have to get out of the system. You've got to start executing a plan to get out of the system and walk away. Get as much as you can, no longer dependent upon our systems, because I'm telling you, they're coming down. And I'm not here to be a downer. The writing's on the wall, and I'm going to show it to you just by showing you what the hell is going on with liberal white women. We are in trouble, folks. Share this program. We'll get started in about 2 minutes.
Exposing the ancient secrets of royalty to grow giant fruit in small spaces. You won't believe how easy it is. Hey there, fellow gardeners. Have you heard about Jovan Hutton Pulitzer's new blockbuster book, Ancient Secret for Growing Giant Fruit in Small Spaces? It's taking Amazon by storm. This isn't just any gardening book. We're talking about ancient methods once reserved for kings and queens, now revealed to the world. Yes, you heard right. Royal secrets for your backyard. Struggling with limited space? No problem. This book teaches you groundbreaking techniques to grow enormous, luscious fruits, even in the smallest of spaces. Imagine tricking fruit trees to bear fruit in months, not years, and growing produce up to 100% larger than what you find in stores. Sounds like magic, right? Pulitzer dives deep into history, uncovering how nobility ensured bountiful harvests. Now, these time-tested secrets are yours to transform your home garden into a paradise fit for royalty. Whether you're an urban dweller, a new homeowner, or an experienced gardener, this book has something for you.
Warning: the following program has been rated Gilligaff and is intended for open-minded audiences. If the truth offends you, or if you are allergic to focused intensity, intellectual athleticism, or the occasional F-bomb or even irreverent humor, please switch off now. If your delicate sensibilities need to be worried about or addressed, might we recommend the Underwater Basket Weaving channel to you? Otherwise, sit back, enjoy the wisdom, insight, and wicked sense of humor.
Cut the crap. How many times a day do you want to say that to politicians, the elite, the loony liberals, the fake news media, and the gender-confused, emotional socialist snowflake crowd? Cut the crap is your secret weapon for fighting for our freedoms and our great republic. It all begins with a massive mental enema, freeing you from the toxic news and politically correct views, which constipate your consciousness with stinking thinking. Your host, Jovan Hutton Pulitzer. He's known for calling out politicians and telling them to cut the crap. You've seen him on virtually every television network and listened to him on Coast to Coast Radio. And now he's here to help you learn to fight for America. Culture, race, and American politics. They all have one thing in common. They all need to cut the crap. Now, here's your host, Jovan Hutton Pulitzer.
Okay, folks, the crap we're going to talk about today, culture, race, and American politics. We're going to talk about liberal white women. This is going to be part one. But if you want to make a country fail, you got to start attacking its faith, its values and ethics, right? And its patriotism to its own country. And if you want to accelerate this, you got to go to the heart that drives it. And I'm telling you, that's the moms. That's the women. Women are the heartbeat for everything. Women are society. Period. And when you look at society and you watch where the women go, it will show you where the country is headed. And I do not take that lightly. Women are the magic that God created for everything to sustain itself, to nurture our kids, to give us good, grounded, solid homes. Over decades and decades, we've watched our nation buy the concept that if a woman is at home raising kids, taking care of the family, raising a rock-solid family, that she's a slave and she's got to get out and be her own person. I know that sounds really weird, but boy, I wish we could go back in time, because what we really need are strong women at home, strong women with incredible values. And that's why we're going to talk about, well, liberal white women. I think from a pattern recognition standpoint, I can see what's going on, and I can see how it happened. Just on this one, I can't figure out a solution. And I'm just being honest with you. I cannot figure out a solution. I don't necessarily know how to undo it. But it's almost like watching somebody in shock freaking out, and you really just need to slap the shit out of them and say, wait, stop, and get them to take a breath. And I know that's harsh, and probably the left, that'll be the articles today, they'll write about me saying that. But we've got to do something, because our soul is leaking out in front of us, because the heart and soul of our nation are our women. I don't know that fighting for women in the military or fighting for women in police or firefighters did anything except devalue the most important position, role, job, etc. there was for any woman. And that was the anchor to the family and values. And so with that, I want to take a look at this infection, this cancer, this horrible epidemic we got going on of liberal white women at a time when a Supreme Court justice claims she cannot define what a woman is because she's not a biologist. Now, I want you to think about that. You have everything to show they destroyed women. The party that was supposedly championing women corralled them, got them in, and then sacrificed them to Satan by, oh, I don't know what a woman is. Well, a woman can have a penis. Wow. So let's take a look at liberal white women and what causes it, shall we?
Recent lab findings has the CDC warning liberal women to avoid pink and blue hair dye. We take you now to the CDC.
The dyes not only led to an increase in aggressive behavior, but the mice also developed unusual vocal capabilities.
Trump, Trump, patriarchy!
It's kind of what happened. I mean, it's funny. It's an AI video. It's kind of what happened. But we're going to look at this beast. We're going to look at our precious women possessed. Women, the divine nature, the divine feminine, has become possessed.
This is what we're dealing with on the ground, all over. That's right. Actually, I'm very respectful, and you're not respectful at all in any way. I just want to ask, do you believe in illegal immigration? Do you think U.S. taxpayers should be funding housing for illegals and medical care?
Smart man. He is so intelligent. This man, he's got nothing to say. He's got nothing to say.
I got a lot to say.
He's a big man.
Now,
he's a big man.
Now I'm a Nazi.
What a big man.
Oh.
What a big man. Bye,
Crazy.
bye, big man.
I'm very respectful.
Bye, bye, big man.
I'm very respectful.
Goodbye.
Here, this is the mentality. This is the state of the United States right now. This is what's going on here in this country.
What has infected women to the point that they'll go from being the rock that should be anchoring families in our nation to just screaming idiots, to acting like childs, and literally they're liberal women. They can't even see their own freaking party threw them under the bus by saying it can't define what a woman is, and a guy with a dong can be in a locker room and go over and conquer everything in girls' sports, which is suppression of women. And they can't even see it because they've been poisoned by politics.
Men who are on the MAGA side, I really want to say, I'm sorry.
So this cutesy little voice, right? In her point.
Men who are on the MAGA side, I really want to say, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that we white women were so intimidating and scary. Have you seen all the scary bad things that we've been doing in Minneapolis? And all of us scary white women out there protesting our federal government and the way they're overstepping their boundaries? I really thought that you guys would be all for that kind of thing. I mean, you were all don't tread on me and the government can't tell us to wear a mask and get immunizations, but now you're all like, yeah, the government should tell women what they do with their bodies, and yeah, the federal government should go into states even if those states don't want them. I'm so confused. My poor little female brain doesn't know what to do. And my little weak self, I feel so scared. I just need some big, strong MAGA man to explain everything to me.
No, you need the shit slapped out of you. And I don't mean that in a being strong, mean, and misogynistic MAGA man. Think of what you just said. Think of what you just related back and forth. Think about, you said the federal government's overstepping its boundary. No, the federal government's trying to enforce laws your state will not. But you've been convinced it's politics over everything. And you've been convinced that your politics is your religion, is your faith, is your ethics. And that's what the nation should be. I'm telling you, they literally believe now we don't have the right to exist.
Conservatives shouldn't be allowed to vote. Conservatives should have no say in how this country runs.
The very people that say democracy is falling, who don't acknowledge we're a constitutional republic, who basically say that conservatives are trying to force their views on everybody, and that we're trying to control everything they do, and that's wrong. And their solution is, well, conservatives shouldn't be able to vote, which is controlling everything, controlling everybody. What?
Conservatives shouldn't be allowed to vote. Conservatives should have no say in how this country runs. America, the United States of America, is a progressive country. America is crying out. She is dying to break from the shackles of the white man and progress. America deserves better. And so do Americans. Every single person in this country deserves better. And with the conservatives, they want to take us back to 1950, where men had all the power and all the control. That is not what the United States of America is meant for. It is 2026. Everyone in this country should be thriving. Every single fucking person.
And because they're not thriving, we have to take away your vote. By the way, it was a Democrat. It was a radical who actually told the truth of what this woman, how she got created. Yeah. Malcolm X said, only a fool would let his enemy teach his children. And what has happened? What has happened? I mean, when you think about it, folks, what has happened? Again, women hijacked teaching, being about America. White is bad. White supremacists, our enemies, took over the education of our children. We did it. This is all, we own this shit. We let the enemies teach our children. And what they did is they took and weaponized values and gave our children, women now, men now, our kids, our gave them rule sets that are weapons that destroyed this nation, not hold this nation together. This is why I'm covering this, folks. I'm taking a look at liberal white women. That's horrible, but we should look at it. We should not ignore this. We've got to address it head on. It is an infection. Imagine walking down the street and you don't like what somebody's doing. And now they believe they're the higher moral ground and they get to tell you what to do. At first, I thought this was just a weird bird call. Then I realized it was a liberal rally call.
Hey bro, what kind of bird is that? Huh? What kind of bird is that? First. I'm not really sure. I think it's a legendary parrot.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Get the hell out of here! You're not welcome! Go away! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Those are decoys, not ducks. Fucking retard.
Oh, fuck off! We don't want you shooting around here!
I don't give a fuck. I don't want you walking around here.
Oh, fuck off! This is public property!
Exactly my point. Thanks for proving our point.
We don't shoot anything alive, you fuck off!
These are already dead. These are already dead.
I don't care!
They're already dead.
I don't like shooting you, fuck off! You fuck off!
Those birds identified as dead already.
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Oh, I love it. Hey, I'm right here. Now.
Oh, yeah.
You get that on video?
Yeah. He enrolled that fucker.
Truly, I thought, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. I thought that was a bird call of some sort. This woman, where this is totally legal, public hunting, she decides it's within her purview to tell other people what she can do. She's so blind with rage that in her effort to try to save the ducks, she's throwing rocks at them so they'll leave. And she doesn't even know those were floating plastic decoys. There's many things out of this. It's just, how do people lose control over things like this? How do they even think that they have a right to tell you what you can or cannot practice freely? They practice their rights freely. Why can't you practice yours? And I know, and this is going to be very painful, and I'm so sorry. But we have to look at this, because I'm telling you, something has changed to the point that we're in the middle of a zombie freaking pandemic. It has infected our women. It's kind of like this self-righteous, But I want you to analyze why. I'm going to give you my opinion why after we run these videos today. But they're saving the world.
This is a message from my mom. If I am executed by ICE officers today, it will not be because of anything that I did. I want you to know a couple things. First, I don't carry weapons on me. Second, I won't be holding any signs. There will be no indication from me that I'm a violent person or a threat to anyone. I do not plan on following anyone. I do not plan on screaming or shouting or even speaking to anyone. I am there to observe and document. This is a historical moment for me in my lifetime, for the state of Minnesota, and no matter what the outcome is, I believe it deserves to be documented. I believe it is my responsibility and my right to document it. Firsthand, as an observer, show what is happening in my city. I believe in the freedom and the foundations of America and the United States Constitution. I also believe in change and progress. If I am executed today by ICE officers, it will not be because of anything that I did. I'm saying this because I need you to understand what you're supporting and what you're fighting against, and possibly reconsider.
That's what's called social signaling. It's not from the heart, because if she did it from the heart, she wouldn't be able to look over at her script. The video is done to let people know, look how righteous, virtuous, and important I am. And what a hero I am. See, that's the difference. If somebody really cared about documentation, you get out and you document. But documentation is just an excuse to get out and get in front of people's faces. But what is she really doing? If she just wanted to document it for history and wasn't going to do anything, you know what she'd do? She'd get out and document it for history, not social signal. So what did she do? Instead of going out and documenting, because she says it's a historic time, she makes a video to broadcast it about how great she is, how wonderful she is, how heroic she is, how important this is. That's called social signaling. I believe so many people are empty of values in their life, don't even like themselves or their lives, try to create an illusion that there's something special and therefore you must care about me, because that's all that video was. The video had nothing to do with anything other than for her to express in her way how important she felt she was. And in this indignation that your rights are being taken away, and I believe in the Constitution, and this is all falling apart in fascism, they do have recommendations. I'll play this again.
Conservatives shouldn't be allowed to vote. Conservatives should have no say in how this country runs. America, the United States of America, is a progressive country. America is crying out. She is dying to break from the shackles of the white man and progress. America deserves better, and so do Americans. Every single person in this country deserves better. And with the conservatives, they want to take us back to 1950.
Now think about that. Here's what she's really saying. I'm fighting for freedom and Constitution and liberty. And I want you to know we need to take away their liberty in opposition to the Constitution and eliminate their freedoms so that we can have it the way we want. And that's right and just. What puzzles me in this is how this sickness can be so deep, so emotional, and so cancerous, they cannot see exactly what they're saying the right does is what, in fact, they themselves are enacting and executing upon. Now, I am telling you, that's total sickness when you think about it. That is absolute blind, cancerous, zomborific infection. To literally think you're fighting for people's liberties and freedom while you're saying those people don't deserve liberties and freedom. While you're saying I'm fighting so people can be progressive in who they are, while they're saying you cannot be who you are. Think about that. That's why I decided to play this, because we are at the tipping point of a grand delusion. They can't even see the words coming out of their mouth or exactly what they say they're standing up against. They can't even see the things they are suggesting and or doing are exactly the things they say that they're fighting against. Even to the point, we got to say to these people, they have value. We care about them. Oh, what? You're conservative? You have no value. You need to go kill yourself. I want you to think of how deep that sickness is. That is a very deeply disturbed sickness. We've come to a very weird tipping point. We always knew that politicians would feed us lines of BS and would swap their words based upon they really want to do this, but let's call it something nice. But now they have millions of people practicing that practice, believing it, believing that they are true and righteous.
Of course they're not the Gestapo. The Gestapo was properly well trained and didn't make fools of themselves in public.
Think about this. This woman, you would assume she's educated, has accepted this Nazi label so far, she's against Nazis. You can imagine this woman screaming in the street, no Nazis, no Nazis. While she, get ready, praises the Nazis and their proficiency. I mean, just take this one on face value. This is the type of the woman that gets in the street screaming that conservatives are Nazis. To make her point how conservatives are Nazis, she praises the Nazis.
Of course they're not the Gestapo. The Gestapo was properly well trained and didn't make fools of themselves in public.
You do understand this is psychotic. I had to deal with this in my own life. It was one of the hardest things I ever dealt with. When my daughter got home from Cambridge in England, she went to work for Starbucks. I happened to have gone through a divorce. You know, I had a young brother. I'm living downtown Dallas in a high rise. I would walk up the Katy Trail Railway to her Starbucks, have coffee over in the morning. I'm walking my young son. You know, it's my daily routine. There was a large case in Dallas where a 4-year-old little boy had been raped. And the guy had been arrested. I'm reading the paper, having my Starbucks coffee, their sausage egg sandwich, which is pretty damn good, although I don't go there anymore. My daughter took a break. We sat down, and I just happened to talk to her about it. I said, "You see this little boy?" Because it was in the neighborhood. I said, "I can't believe that happened." Now, my daughter had already been at USC in Cambridge, went to an all-girls Hockaday school in Dallas before she went off to USC and then Cambridge. And I had said something like, "This is horrible." And she came back and said something, well, kind of like, who are we to judge? And she came out with a version of, it might have been what was right for him. And I remember going, what the hell are you talking about? This is my precious firstborn. And she basically gave me a lecture on, we shouldn't judge other people by what they do in their criminal acts, because for him, it might have been right for him, and it's not up to us to judge whether it was wrong or right. And I'm thinking, how in the hell can you get this freaking misguided? And I remember looking at her and I said, you're telling me that this fellow that brutally sodomized the little boy horribly, almost killed him, that you can't judge him because what he did, meaning the attacker, might have been right for him, and who are we to judge? And she said, yeah. I said, look at your brother, who was sitting over one seat over coloring. I said, your brother is exactly the same age. They're 16 years apart, youngest to oldest. Exactly the same age. And I say, what if that was your brother? Now, she hesitated for a moment. And then she said, well, I still can't judge it. That would be horrible, but I can't judge him. It might have been right for him. And I go, where'd you learn this? And she proceeds to tell me about classes in the university system and stuff. And I told her, I said, you don't understand maybe kind of the cause and effect here, that what that guy thought was right for him in your terms. You got a family now struggling with a young son that was brutally raped and all the lives they impact. She said, I can't think about that because that might have been what's right for him. Now, at this time, I paid for everything in her life. Her transportation, her rent, her bills, etc. I said, well, let's do a little experiment here and cause and effect. I hereby not paying another dime for anything for you. She was kind of shocked. And I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stop paying right now. And all I want you to do is reflect on this discussion. And all I want you to realize, there's always cause and effect. Now, what I'm doing right now, saying I'm not paying another dime, is what's right for me right now. because I'm disgusted that you can sit here, your brother sit here, and you can tell me, well, I can't pass judgment because it could have been for that guy, okay for him. And you can't even understand how it would directly affect you, which means you're only thinking about what somebody told you, and you are not applying the facts to your life and how something can affect you. She tried it out for about 2 weeks. I just stopped right in my tracks. Until she came back and said, I understand what you're saying. What he did was a crime. What he did to that child was ruin his life. And yes, that's a crime. And yes, it was wrong. And me saying, I can't judge him was just what I was told to say. And I understand it kind of made me indifferent and neutral. I understand what you're saying. I said, okay. Told her I loved her, never missed a blink, and went on. Got back to life as normal. Now, did it change anything with my daughter? No. I have a raging liberal daughter that I terrified every day that it's one of these women that I'm going to see is going to be my own precious daughter who hates me to her core for being not only conservative, but working with President Trump. I became Satan. And her whole world got built on that social signaling. Now, I have to be responsible for this because I probably could have taught better as a parent. But what I taught her, and I'm just being very candid with you, I imbued in my daughter from the time she was small that she could do everything a man could do, and that she was going to go to Harvard. It was Harvard that I put my sights on and worked towards that. And it was very funny. Some of you know this story, but I'll tell it in short. Both of us, when she gets out of her girls' school, she got accepted everywhere. And at the time she got accepted, could have gone to Harvard, I did too. And I remember telling my daughter, how cool is it? We're going to go to university together. And she set me down in a moment of clarity and said, Dad, that was your dream, not my dream. That's not where I'm going. And she had chosen between NYU and USC and went to USC. But see, that was my value system too. That was my value system. And even for me, it was just a badge because I knew my daughter could do it. It was the badge, the imprimatur I placed on Harvard. But it's the truth. Even I was brainwashed that Harvard degree meant something. Half of my executive staff, 9, all Harvard graduates working for me. And when I look back in time, out of probably 9 Harvard graduates, only one was really worth their salt. And that was a girl who was actually from Russia, who busted her ass to get to America and ended up going to Harvard. And so I got to realize, even in my own life, I created that sickness because even I didn't clearly understand, well, cause and effect. And I didn't look hard at our system that was turning out zombie idiots. What I saw as a badge was the very scalpel eviscerating our nation. And here it is. We're so far down this row with universities and stuff, and this is what we've got. And in this time of super higher education, come on, everybody got conned into it. You got to have a college degree. You got to do this. Kids out there, $150,000 in college debt And the only thing they're qualified to do is to be a damn barista. It was all a racket. And by the way, it still is a racket. All a racket. And at the time, we should be the most educated at all. Our most vulnerable are our women because they were told they were victimized. They don't even know history, and they spew nonsense.
Round them all up. Put them in a big room that kind of looks like it could be a gas chamber. Don't actually do anything to them. Like, they'll be fine. Don't gas chamber them, but just put them in a room and tell them that's what you're gonna fucking do to them. Watch them all cry like the little baby back bitches that they actually are on their insides and probably piss and shit their goddamn pants. Oh yeah? Is that funny? I had one of you as a little brother. I know exactly how you got the way you are. And it's because your daddy was exactly the same fucking way. You're not even your own fucking person. You're just a compilation of all the hatred that your father handed down to you, you dumb motherfucker.
If you're not like them, you're against them. Speaking in circles, not even knowing what they're talking about. I'll give you an example. I saw this one meme, which literally is kind of a truth bomb. It's just freaking a truth bomb. Little protester has a sign that says, healthcare is a human right. Medicaid for all. Then they get confronted to say, and the person on the left saying, to say that something is a human right is to mean that you're entitled to it. Healthcare is a service provided by others, which means you believe you are entitled to other people working for you. And by the way, that's slavery. When I saw that one, I go, that's just a stroke of genius. Because all of this social signaling is just about this deep emotionally and intellectually. And what have we become? We have become one of the most unattractive nation there is. We've become, in many ways, with our young kids, we're pigs. We're disgusting. We have no values. We're a meme. We're a meme. And how did we become a meme? Is because they redefined what being a woman is. Even to the point it can no longer be defined by our highest court in the land. Think about that. We sit here destroyed. And the heart of the matter is they went to the one thing that binds us all. Our mothers, our women. They've turned them into, in many ways, violent, uncontrollable fucking lunatics.
Garbage? Are you ice garbage?
This is a person on the street recording people, not ICE, but hiding their face.
Garbage? Are you ice garbage? Mom, who are you? What's your name? Are you ice? Oh, you don't want me to take a picture of your face? Is that because you're ice?
Yeah, she got arrested. The police observed this. In her self-righteousness that she's right, it gave her permission to attack this guy, to push this guy, to bully this guy. What's at the core of this hate? Because this is hate. What is at the core of this level of hate?
Garbage? Are you ice garbage?
Who are you? What's your name? Are you ICE? Oh, you don't want me to take a picture of your face? Is that because you're ICE?
And then where we sit today with this person who got herself shot in Minneapolis, it is the newscasters that released the ICE agent's name over the airways. The newscasters identified the ICE agent who should have been protected, dox him, so now people can go after him.
If I continually see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars, you have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
I think I'm making exactly
I'm not.
the right decision.
Oh, then why are you giving her a warning?
I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with what we're doing, to not make a bad decision today and ruin your life.
Well, bad
Okay,
decisions.
thank you.
That's funny coming from you.
Okay, alrighty. Thank you. Have a good day.
I hope you have a terrible day.
Okay, thank you. Hold on. Watch out, it's slippery.
Yeah, there's a lot of ice around here.
Just so you know, if we continue to have you follow us, okay, have fun. Don't make a bad decision today.
It's not illegal to follow you. What is illegal is stopping people unconstitutionally.
Don't interfere.
Think about police enforcing the law, but they have to hide themselves because the citizens will come after them for enforcing the law. That's how upside down this has become.
Don't fucking push me. You're taking him before I can take a phone number from him?
You need to stop.
You need to stop kidnapping people off the fucking street.
This lady is all indignant when an illegal gets arrested and she's challenging the police. You're taking him before I can get a phone number from him? You're kidnapping people. You see how much the media plays in this role of destroying our nation? They're just regurgitating these bullshit words.
Don't fucking push me. You're taking him before I can take a phone number from him?
You need to stop.
You need to stop kidnapping people off the fucking street.
100%.
You just take him away when I'm trying to call his family for
We're
him.
making an arrest. You need to stay
Show
back
me
from
your
my
arrest
red.
warrant then. Show me your arrest warrant.
I don't need to show you
Yeah,
anything.
because you're a
not,
liar.
You're not an interested party. You have no right to see that.
Stop!
So-
You guys are kidnapping people off the fucking street.
We good?
Yeah, because what? Because someone came over to help them, you have to rush and get them in the fucking car?
You're being obnoxious and a lady.
Not being obstructive. You're being obnoxious.
This is 100%. 100%.
You guys have no conscience.
Yep.
If you're doing something right, take your fucking mask off then. Yeah, you cowards.
And unmarked cars.
Look at me. I was trying to help them and you have to hurry up and get out of here? Fuck you.
Are these more people in unmarked cars? Yep. Yep. Just trying to like run us over.
Yeah.
Like just all these vehicles, just unmarked cars.
Yeah, show your face if you're not a fucking coward. You're doing something with this lawful. Show your face.
Unfucking.
Get out of our fucking city.
Get the hell out. Go find a job that you can feel good about.
No kidding.
If you're proud of your job, take your fucking mask off.
Seriously.
Disgusting.
I want you to think of how much words play a part in this and how much the American media is culpable. What you have is agents of the state and federal agents enforcing laws on the books that were not enforced. Now, why are they in unmarked cars? Because when they started going out in marked cars, everybody identified where they were, and all the people they were trying to arrest split and hid. So the agents have to move to unmarked cars in order to execute on their job. Why are they wearing masks? Because when they started doing their jobs as ICE agents, and it was never required for them to wear a mask, people started doxing them as the criminals. And therefore, all of law enforcement came under attack and death threats. So they had to resort to wearing masks to protect their identities, to protect their families. Media basically said, this is kidnapping. Never was, never has been, never is. Media told you they got to have a warrant for arrest. That's not correct. Certainly not to hand over to a citizen that says, demanding, I want to see it. All of this is intentionally driven by the media on minds that have already been prepped to be weak. And they're tapping, and we're going to talk about it in a minute, they're tapping the mama bear. This has become a mama bear syndrome. We're going to talk about it in a minute. It's become the mama bear syndrome. That's what I've figured out these guys have tapped. Laugh at this woman saying, shoot me at the face. Shoot me in the face. Bitch, last time you said it burned your eyes. Don't beg for it now. What I find ironic about that is the actual directive in ICE. They're working down the line. It's not just people that are here illegally. It is people that have committed crimes, beginning with murder, going all the way down to pedophilia, etc. Rounding those people up first. But this sickness is so bad that they have been convinced by the media that they're doing what's heroic, protecting these people, when the media is complicit of bringing in these criminals because the system needs us in chaos. And these women, believing they're doing the right thing, have become agents of chaos. However, the women have now convinced themselves they can weaponize this. And if you don't agree with them, they're going to punish you. Especially going to punish men. Here, I'm going to give you her warning.
Friendly reminder, as a white American woman, I will no longer be dating white men. I'm looking for anything other than a white man. Okay? Just a heads up.
I'm so glad you told me. Because when I saw you, I just thought to myself, I have to have some of that. And frankly, I was going to come up as an alpha male and drag you down by your hair and say you're mine. But then I saw your video. And you don't want anything to do with me.
Friendly reminder, as a white American woman, yeah, I will no longer be dating white men. I'm looking for anything other than a white man, okay? Just a heads up.
Just a social signal to show you how righteous, right, benevolent, and kind I am. I'm going to make a video to let you know that my punani is not going to enjoy any white man. Not that any white man would, but all of my fellow white women watching this and all my other liberals, so you will think I am a righteous warrior. I'd wear my cross on the outside of my shirt, but we're not into that. So I'm just going to tell you who's not going to get in my pants.
And you have a baby here with you. You're a disgusting, sick, vile, fucking weirdo. Oh my.
Disgusting shit fucking weirdo. See if you can figure out why this man and woman, before you get to the end, is disgusting shit fucking weirdos. See if you can see it.
And you have a baby here with you. You're a disgusting, sick, vile, fucking weirdo. Oh my God, it's fucking right. You dumb bitch, you're with this shit. He doesn't want me or you to have equality. Oh my God, go pray for me. Touch me and watch me touch your fucking hands. I want it and get away. Sit down. Get out. You're not welcome here. You don't want these people here. You're not welcome. You want.
Get out. You're not welcome here. Have you figured out yet what the infraction is? Keep watching.
And you have a baby here with you. You're a disgusting, sick, vile, fucking weirdo. Oh my God, it's fucking right. You dumb bitch, you're with this shit. He doesn't want me or you to have equality. Oh my God, go pray for me. Touch me and watch me touch your fucking hands. I want it and get away. Sit down. Get out. You're not welcome here. You don't want these people here. You're not welcome. You want me to make you be okay and comfortable in this one? Look at you.
I'm proud of this man. This man here is going to keep people like
Somebody else. Thank you, sir. You don't like the fire service? You don't like that? That don't make any damn sense. No, right now. This is crazy shit right here. This is some fucked up shit.
That's some crazy shit right here. Can you believe that crazy shit? That guy wore a MAGA hat. By the way, they're all not pink-haired, like I showed you this earlier.
Recent lab findings has the CDC warning liberal women to avoid pink and blue hair dye. We take you now to the CDC.
The dyes not only led to an increase in aggressive behavior, but the mice also developed unusual vocal capabilities.
Trump, Trump, patriarchy!
But they all don't have dyed hair. In fact, some of them look like Pentecostal moms. No offense to Pentecostal moms. But do stuff, but then they're the victim. What? The lady who looks like the Pentecostal mom is literally blocking the ICE facility exit so they can't go do their job, but yet she's the victim. Watch this. Problem is, she's built like a linebacker and she did not fill that pepper ball. Okay, so I'm going to play this out. I'm going to play the whole thing. I want you to pay attention because she re-victimizes herself several times over. Every time ICE officers put her in her place, I want you to watch her face. I want you to watch the cameras around her. I want you to watch the social signaling they do to get the footage they want. It's all about getting a footage moment. Now, I know there's a little bit of a disconnect. Let me do it for you. It is Minneapolis. And I know you thought that we had totally eradicated mad cow disease. The bovine version, yes. But if you watched her face, what they're doing is manufacturing moments. When she's in the ICE agent's face, she's a raging bull. When they push her away, push her out of the way, and then she's victimized and hurt, and they're getting shots of it. In the pieces I've decided to put together for this, I want to show you how it is, how big the disconnect is. But also, there's a payday for these folks, and the payday is social signaling. They get to signal to the world how virtuous they are, how much better they are than you, how they're on the right side of history. So they get a payoff in it. They get a certain amount of celebrity that comes with it as well. They get some cause celebre. And, oh my goodness, so look what they did to, they victimized you. In that one scene, what alarms me the most, and here's what we should be concerned about, is how generationally deep this has now gone. One of the things you'll notice in the videos that I played for you, go back and watch them in rerun, you will see it's multi-generational. You'll see grandmothers, mothers, and daughters doing this. That is when you know, folks, we are in dire circumstances. We are in trouble. You're not looking at individuals. You're looking at a collective. And you're not looking at one-offs. You're looking at a generational curse being played out. It is generation after generation. It is generations deep, which basically means back in the home, this festers. These lunatics that used to be radicals in a family, used to be one-offs or two-offs in a family, that doesn't exist anymore. We have been driven, trained, educated, generationally deep sickness. We are mortally wounded over generations. And when they get together in their collectives, because nobody from the outside can be there, that's what the division, the hyphens for. You can't dare have a conservative friend. They got to cut you off. Why? Because the conservative friend might get you to clean your shit up. In that cleaving, to make the dividing lines with the hyphens, they push influences away. You are in a vacuum. They've now got that vacuum running generations deep, and it foments, and it putrefies, and it foments, and it putrefies. That is why we are in deep doo-doo.
We are already surpassing Hitler, Nazi Germany. Do you not see this? If we have to debate the morality of does a person deserve to be shot in the face by a masked man who just jumped out of his car working for the government, what have we become?
The words equivocation, she's describing a scenario that a lot of people have seen, saw this lady get shot, who's now had some GoFundMe raise her $1.5 million. But listen to how she characterizes it. A masked man hopped out of a car and shot her. This is where low information combined with hyphens, combined with no debate, combined with media suppression, has turned this into a terminal cancer for our country.
We are already surpassing Hitler, Nazi Germany. Do you not see this? If we have to debate the morality of does a person deserve to be shot in the face by a masked man who just jumped out of his car working for the government, what have we become? Why are we here scrolling instead of getting out to the streets? I'm so serious. And I'm going to keep scrolling because honestly, nobody would join me if I got in the streets, would they? Because that's the thing, when we go to the streets, we go up the streets with our little plastic signs and we say, stop shooting people, arrest ICE. Do you think that's going to help a woman who just got shot? This is serious. This is no longer political debate online material. This is no longer wave your flag in the air in the streets material. This is Civil War, revolutionary bullshit, and I'm scared to say this on the internet because I know the government's watching me, and y'all better be fucking afraid of what you're doing to your people because we will bite back. This is our country, and we deserve to take it back from the very terrorists running it now.
And although her historical perspective, this is worse than Hitler, is wrong, everything she said, sans that, is correct. The only thing that separates her and us is the definition for the exact word she uses. I'm going to play it again. Once you get past the Hitler stuff, she's actually telling the truth. None of this shit's going to matter. Which I'm warning you, that's where the system wants to push us because they want a civil war. And the only thing that separates that young girl and us is the definition of the very word she's using. And it's because she uses a whole different dictionary, she lives on a psychotic, horrible side that becomes dangerous. And that's why I've told you it's always about words. That's why I told you it's the media that's a fuel, it's the education that's fuel. And I tell you about the unholy trinity, is because they move us with words to do their bidding.
We are already surpassing Hitler, Nazi Germany. Do you not see this? If we have to debate the morality of does a person deserve to be shot in the face by a masked man who just jumped out of his car working for the government, what have we become? Why are we here scrolling instead of getting out to the streets? I'm so serious. And I'm going to keep scrolling because honestly, nobody would join me if I got in the streets, would they? Because that's the thing, when we go to the streets, we go up the streets with our little plastic signs and we say, stop shooting people, arrest ICE. Do you think that's going to help a woman who just got shot? This is serious. This is no longer political debate online material. This is no longer wave your flag in the air in the streets material. This is Civil War, revolutionary bullshit, and I'm scared to say this on the internet because I know the government's watching me, and y'all better be fucking afraid of what you're doing to your people because we will bite back. This is our country, and we deserve to take it back from the very terrorists running it now.
And now think about how many people are telling you to get your guns, get in the streets. We got to get 30,000 people, go break Tina Peters out of jail. Folks, we're being set up. We're at a tipping point. This is frustrating. It's hard. It's degrading. It's horrible to look at. But they want us sick and in chaos, which is why we have to look at it. We have to look at it and not react to it. We have to look at it and we have to try to analyze what's going on. Just like I told you earlier, somebody who was not a conservative, known for radical stuff, but in a different period, but was, in fact, in many ways, a clear thinker. When Malcolm X said, only a fool would let his enemy teach his children, he's speaking the truth. Now, in all of this that has happened, when we have a Supreme Court that cannot define a woman, that's why I'm looking at liberal white women, this is a core. They changed our core. Now, let me tell you what I think has gone on. If I was to look at it in the form of pattern recognition to understand how did we get to this point where women can become so violent. I realize what we're seeing in all of this rage and anger is Mama Bear coming out. But see, Mama Bear is not coming out in defense of her children. I want you to think about that. You're a parent, you're a mother, you have your children. You would fucking rip somebody's head off if they mess with your child. That's Mama Bear. That's how God made you. But here's what I realize. The devil wounded Mama Bear. He told Mama Bear, don't pay attention to your family. You've got to get into the workplace. And Mama Bear cleaved and went to the workplace. The system told you your kids have to be in all of these activities. You've got to run them around. You got to run yourself ragged. You got to go into debt. And you do it because you did what the system said. The system told you as a woman, you were unfairly treated. You're not protected. Your rights are being suppressed. Then, if you go back to my one program on abortion, the system became God. And what I mean that is when abortion became a monstrous thing, when you could simply either put them up for adoption or you could just use protection. When it became this monstrous thing, the system, Satan, absolved you of sin by telling you it was a healthcare right. Healthcare. It's like that little ditty I play. I'm going to play this because it's going to prove my point here, and then I'm going to wrap with one statement. But watch the beginning of this.
Thank you all for meeting with me. You're all doing some wonderful work destroying the world, but I think it's probably time for us to reevaluate.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption, but I think we're in the wrong meeting. We're not here to destroy the world. We're here to save it. You see, we are some of the leading leaders of liberal causes, and I'm with the Human Rights Campaign, who focus on LGBTQ+ and trans rights. You see, I have the equal sign to let you know that I'm a good person.
Oh, excuse me, women's reproductive rights.
Climate.
What the devil did, what the system did, what political parties did, is they absolved women of taking a life. When you could have easily put it up for adoption, hey, here, reproductive health. They absolved women of a murder. I know this in my own family from my older sister, who regrets an abortion she had when we were young kids. She's in her 60s, still thinks about it every day if you were to talk to her. Here's what I realized happened. When you told them men were mean, when you told women they were controlled, when you told women we're here to save you, when you told women you're oppressed, when you told women being at home and raising great kids is not the real goal, get into the workplace. When you told women families aren't important. When you told women stop having kids, there's too many. You took the very heroic nature inside women that God gave them, and that's being a mama bear. And that very mama bear that should have been expended in their own life with their own children, with their own values. The system suppressed it so long, it ripped through. Mama bears come out. And that's what the system wanted, because now they've harnessed the mama bear. Now they've harnessed the mama bear. And it has become, sadly, the most serious weapon of mass destruction you could ever imagine, and they've unleashed it against us. Share this program.
Our courts are based on clear and convincing evidence. Want convictions? Want justice? For what happened in the 2020 election? Then we need your help. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The decision you make in the next few moments could decide whether we ever get our elections fixed or not. Here's why. Trump campaign and allies filed 64 different lawsuits. They all went down in flames. 100% of these cases were presented on "It's the machines," or "The machines changed the votes," or "The voting company executive said he would make sure Donald J. Trump would not win." They all went down in flames. Why? You can't bring theories to court as evidence. No supposed Zoom call or six-degree polynomial math theory or census data is or ever will be proof of fraud. You can't bring theories to court as evidence. Here's why. In both civil and criminal law, the side making a claim carries the burden of proof, and prosecutors must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Without physical or otherwise verifiable evidence, a case cannot meet this high threshold. Physical evidence is the key.
The question is, did anyone get relevant, reliable, provable, testable, and duplicatable evidence of what really happened in the 2020 general election? And the answer is yes, absolutely. The full forensic audit of Maricopa County, Arizona is the only evidence-gathering work which gathered relevant, reliable, provable, testable, and duplicatable evidence of what really happened in the 2020 general election. Evidence so damning that the system, the deep state, and those who pulled the strings of this country have fought to keep it hidden and have hoped to have it be forgotten to time. Almost $3 million invested in time, funds, and efforts to unlock that which the system wanted hidden. But now, that evidence is in danger of being lost forever. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then we need your help. Please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. With the 2026 midterms coming up, the system is going to try to lame duck President Trump and then most likely introduce new impeachment proceedings. This is the evidence which will help win the war which is surely to come. We need to keep Maricopa County full forensic investigation and archive secure and ongoing. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then we need your help. Please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We need your help securing the full forensic audit archives. Don't allow the only testable, objective, and reliable 2020 election evidence fall into obscurity. Millions were spent on getting it documented and tested. This is historic evidence. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The historic Maricopa County full forensic audit effort processed 20,895,610 digital and forensic images of varying formats, resulted in 208 million individual evidence-proof files. The system processed over 58 billion forensic measurements, resulting in over 2 trillion individual base computations. No hopium, no hype, just hardcore forensic evidence. Please make sure the Maricopa County full forensic audit archives survive. Donate now. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We can't do it without you. We need you. America needs you. Our future needs you. Please donate now. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. Please donate now.